Hi, welcome back to another episode of Deep Dive. This time diving deeply into my drift car garage, and as always this is a slower run through of a floor you saw quite quickly in my 300 car chill out musical garage tour, which I hope you've seen by now. By all means go and watch it again. So let's get on with it. We start with Takashi-san's Nissan Silvia, the S13, which is of course what the Anis Remus is based on. Now, a feature of this car, as in many you're going to see around the garage, is that there is no way in the game to build them as extreme looking as the drifters have built their cars to be. Another feature is you'll see there's no colour information. I've only left the colour information where I use a crew colour. Every car in this garage, in fact, apart from the Ken Block cars, has already been rebuilt, many of them into the pink JDM collection, so I can't go back and look at the colours again. I think this one has to be Torino Red. I actually prefer the Nicky Jacobs build on this car because I think it better suits that than a drift car, but still it's come out looking really well, and of course it's a decent driving car in the game. James Dean is a drifter par extraordinaire. I've always enjoyed watching him at Goodwood. He sadly wasn't at the festival this year. So I built his RX-7, especially because we have this correct livery in game. Looking at it again with fresh eyes, perhaps I really should have used a crew colour for the front. I think it's some form of sea green on there at the moment. And of course, again, it doesn't look quite as extreme. Anyway, I love driving this car. I find it a really, really fun car. And in fact, I couldn't resist showing you in the intro it done up as Sarah Choi's drift car, because that is how the car now exists and how you will have seen it in a previous video. I really love it. Here's another car you've probably seen before, Christine Sandvik's Honda S2000. I've done a full review on this, and Christine, 15-year-old girl at the time I read the article anyway, driving a V10 powered, that's a Dodge Viper engined S2000 in pink with pink underglow lighting. So watch the video for the full build. This is another car that I really enjoy. I've got two of these RT3000s. I think I could have 3 or 4. There's so many builds you can do on the car. There's so much customization available for it. Really love it. For this next car, the Previon, based on the Toyota Sora, I was gifted the build really by GTA Wiki, because in the trivia section it says that this particular livery was based on the Dymax team's Toyota Sora. So a quick Google and there we are. So very easy, very effective build to make on this car. It's a coupe in-game. I believe it's at the top of the tree. I don't find it the most exciting of cars to drive as it happens, but it is a great looking one. Driftango is somebody's forum name. That's all I really know when I found this picture and then the associated article, and he was writing about the car. Massively powerful V8 turbo, and I think that the article ended with, I'm going to sell it before I kill myself. Anyway, I thought it looked pretty stunning, and of course it was a great build for the Karin Futo. Now, one nice feature of this garage, compared with previous garages, is that none of the cars in here are discontinued. I mean, the Futo is, but you can just steal them off the street, so you can still get them, so that is really great. As you know, people always say, oh, great car if you like to drift. And the Futo does drift. I personally find with PC controls not the easiest thing, but you can find videos of people on YouTube doing big long drifts with this car, so very appropriate for this garage. You have to pay a huge amount more to get a Futo GTX, and they do drive quite similarly. So the reason you really buy one is for the extra customization. However, the original Futo has loads anyway, but also so that you can have the slightly more couped rear and the pop-up headlights version. As I explained on my pink JDM tour, you very often want to build a Corolla AE86 that has a set of front and back ends that don't exist on either game one, so you have to take liberties here and there. Anyway, I built this on Kent Models, that was the sponsor, their Drift AE86, which has disappeared from their website now. It's a really great looking car, and I made a nice looking colour for it, but using in-game colours. And the car features very briefly in a New Year's message of mine, Drifting in the Snow. It's a short video. I'll try to remember to link that below. So overall I enjoy it same as I enjoy a normal Futo, but I don't think it's a must-have when you can do so much with the normal Futo. This was not quite the most convincing build. It's Ola Jaeger's Supra, but Ola has driven and drifted quite a few different Supras, and I looked at them and I couldn't make any of them really match properly on the liveries or some of the parts that I was going to use on this one. So it is a sort of hybridization, a mix of the different Supras that Ola drove. Anyway, I still think it came out looking rather good. But that said, this is the one that I've painted in the very, very pale pink for Louise Jarl's Supra in the pink JDM garage, and I have to say I actually prefer the build now rather than the one in this drift garage. Now we move to my 3 Ken block cars, starting with the Unicorn RTR version 1. This is as you saw it in Gymkhana 7 going through Los Angeles, or Los Santos pretty much. You can tell the version 1 because of the copper-coloured wheels and the trumpets in the bonnet. It reappeared again with twin turbos sticking out of the bonnet and white wheels for the Climbkhana, the first Climbkhana video. We can't do the twin turbos though, so best to build it as the first one. I think it's a really fun car in the game. I can't drift it very easily. I think it's probably because I'm on PC, so it's a bit all or nothing with the power. I'm very pleased with my build. It's one of the better ones I've seen, I'll be honest with you. So if you want to see this build broken down at any point in the future, do let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to oblige. I imagine there's about as much Mustang left in the Unicorn as there is F-150 left in the Huni truck, i.e. not a lot. Anyway, another awe-inspiring vehicle. I got a clip there from the part it played in Gymkhana 10, and it was the only vehicle used in Climbkhana 2 there with the white wheels, and I can still remember the back of it hanging out over the cliff edge there as he went round the corners. Totally phenomenal piece of kit. Again, I'm very pleased with the build. I must admit on PC, you hold W, you get 100% power, and this truck doesn't go anywhere, it just makes a lot of smoke. Anyway, great fun. I'm moving on now to the last car in the collection, which is the Focus RS RX. But the Flash GT in game is based a little bit on Fiesta rally cars and a little bit on the Focus ones. You can build really any of those. They've given the livery and enough bits, of course, to make Ken's car, which is fantastic. And this is probably the nicest to drive out of this collection. Now, I'm not going to change any of this collection at all. They will remain as a memorial for Ken wherever I choose to put them. I do have another video planned to help us remember Ken. That will be coming at some point in the future. I may even wait till the 1-year anniversary in January. Anyway, until then, if you could please, as per the garage tour, join in with me with a few seconds of silence for Ken and his family. Thank you for that. So, next Sunday we're going to move back to GT cars, but not the road-going ones, the race ones. And we're also going to push on a little bit further through the race collection. I haven't decided yet. Office 3 has 20 cars. I might simply split it into 2 Sundays, it might be easier. Let me know down below, will a 20 car one be too long for you? I very much hope you've enjoyed this one, that perhaps it's given you some inspiration for 1 or 2 of the things you can do to your own drift cars. And if you've enjoyed it in any way at all, I would so appreciate a like. It really will help me to grow the channel, and of course so will a comment, and a subscription would be even better if you like real cars in GTA. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.